I'm Leanne DeBold from Wildwood, Missouri. So excited that we're going to have another side dish week for the Real Women of Philadelphia Challenge. Now today I'm making a wonderful dish called Phily-Cauli-Lini. Say that 3 times fast. It's going to combine our fabulous Philadelphia cream cheese with a sauce of dill weed and cauliflower that's been all mashed up, and then we're going to spread it over a wonderful bed of broccolini that has been bathed with butter. Doesn't that sound delicious? So first step is we are going to take a fresh clove of garlic and actually just cut off the tip, and we're just going to wrap that up in some foil and stick that in a 400-degree oven to get it roasting. Okay, so our first step is to take about half a head of fresh cauliflower and put it into boiling water. And we are going to let that boil up for about 10 minutes or so because we want it to get nice and soft, because what we're going to end up doing is mashing up the cauliflower and mixing it with our cream cheese mixture. And then we will add to that, in a separate pot, we're going to do our broccolini. Now, what I like about broccolini is it's very similar to broccoli, but it has a much skinnier stem, and it's just a little more dainty looking, and I just think it looks really pretty on a platter. So we're going to work with our cauliflower first, and then we'll get going on our broccolini. Okay, so my cauliflower has been boiling for about 10 minutes, and it's nice and soft, so we're going to remove that from the heat and actually drain all the water off, and then we're going to start making our yummy sauce. So in my pan, I put in about 6 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, and we're going to let this melt up, and we're going to add to that about a teaspoon of dill weed, and this just makes a great flavor. And just sprinkle all that in there, and we will continue to just stir this up until it melts. And while that's going, what we're going to start doing with our broccolini is I'm going to just kind of blanch. So what we're going to do is I have a pot of boiling water. We're going to throw all of our broccolini in there. Whoops. And we're just going to leave this in here for a couple minutes. Like I said, you don't want it to overcook because we are actually going to throw it in the oven a little bit later. We would like for it to stay kind of crispy. So about 3 minutes in there. And then what I'm going to do for the sauce is we're going to add our cauliflower back into here once I get this mixed up. And actually, I want that to melt first. So we're going to wait a moment on that because we can't forget that we have to add our roasted garlic. Okay, so a slick trick that I actually learned on the Phily-Cauli-Lini show one time was to roast my garlic in the oven, and then it becomes nice and mushy when you're adding it into your cooked recipes. And then it just really, whoops, get that paper out of there. This is going to mash up really nicely when we're putting it into our recipe. So let's get our cauliflower and add that back in. Now what we're going to do, because you could actually do this step in a blender, but I think it's always fun to use a good old potato masher. So we'll get this all mashed up, and then we'll get our broccolini out of our hot pot and put it into the baking dish. Meanwhile, we're going to take out the broccolini, because look at how bright green that is now. And we're going to place this into our serving dish. Actually, go ahead and shake off some of that water. Okay. And I'll get this all done, and then we'll go on to our next step. Okay, so I put all my broccolini into my serving dish, and I have actually a whole stick of butter, but you could use less if you wanted to, but we're just going to spread the butter all over our broccolini. Just make sure everything gets a little bit of a shower of butter, because I think butter always makes your veggies just a little bit richer in taste. So, okay. So that was a full stick of butter. That looks great. And now I have our wonderful cauliflower, cream cheese, dill weed, fresh roasted garlic mixture that we are going to spoon over the top of our broccolini. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I cannot wait for you to try it. Your family's gonna love it. And everybody knows how good normal broccolini and cauliflower go so well together, but this just makes it a really unique and kind of fancy dish. Although, I mean, this is so quick and simple. Oops. That it's just fabulous. Now, to kind of top off our flavors, we're going to take about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese and just spread that over the top. And then we'll pop this in the oven, and just to where that cheese melts up, or just to keep it warm until you're ready to serve it. And then when I get this out of the oven, we will dive right in. So my Phily-Cauli-Lini is right out of the oven. You can see all of my Parmesan cheese is melted right on the top. So we're going to take a little scoop out to try. Oh, does that look delicious or what? So we're going to grab a bite that covers all of my flavors, especially that yummy cauliflower sauce. Don't want to burn my tongue. That is the perfect combination of cauliflower, broccolini, Philadelphia cream cheese, of course, with that roasted garlic and the butter. This is just going to be a great treat that your family's going to love as any side dish to complement any of your meat dishes. So I invite you and your family to enjoy this tonight. Thanks.